place that's seen its share of great moments through the years. A look at the O.Co Coliseum in Oakland. Opening night here in this brand new season between the White Sox and the Oakland A's. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Time now for Robin Ventura's Chicago White Sox starting lineup. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
With a moment now, let's take a look now at how the A's will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Stephen Vogt is a natural-born catcher, but he's so flexible as far as the many positions that he can play. He can play in the outfield. He can play the corner infield positions. A real asset to have on the ball club.
Adam Eaton is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A cool 47 degrees tonight at first pitch. One and two. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
And that's one of the questions we'll ask as this night goes on. Can he wind up putting guys away with that fastball? You know, I think he gave a pretty clear indication, one batter into the ball game, that he brought his good stuff with him tonight.
Gray's ready. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Down the third baseline. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away. Jose Abreu gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the seats, 0-1. Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and aside his retirement. Down in order go the White Sox, and now the A's offense gets its first shot here. No score. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 1-2. Here it comes. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Here's Jed Lowry now. as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. And Rollins is there to squeeze it for out number 2. Josh Reddick gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Avila is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. After 1, no score.
For the White Sox.
Todd Frazier makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Gray into his motion. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone trying to get him to swing and miss.
And that misses 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second. Brett Lawrie gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Brett Lawrie has moved around to different teams a fair amount in his career, and he's moved from catcher to second base to third to back to second. Say what you will. He's adaptable. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Lawrie was traded to Oakland in November of 2014 as a part of that blockbuster deal that sent Josh Donaldson to Toronto.
Yeah, and he struggled initially after that deal was done, but he came around nicely and ended up putting up some pretty good numbers, comparable to what he'd been doing in Toronto.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Striding into the box, Adam LaRoche, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch is a breaking ball, taken down and away for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Too high, and it's 3-0. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Batting 7.
Coming to the plate now, Avisail Garcia. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
The 1-0 delivery. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, another curveball here that can't find the zone. He's really had his share of troubles with location so far this inning.
To 2-2 now.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Alex Avila gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And in a spot like this, first and second with two-way, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
You see right there on the graphic, these first 2 innings have been costly pitch-wise. He's at 35 already, and he's only through an inning and 2/3.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to the Coliseum right after this. Chris Davis strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Left fielder, Chris Davis.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. Stepping in, Stephen Vogt. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Stephen Vogt.
And that misses for ball 1. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Oh, that's just a great pitch right there. I mean, you've got a hitter that's ahead in the count now, looking for something that he can drive. And then you see him try to hold back, but he's gone too far, and all he can muster is a little check swing grounder back to the pitcher. Hey, for me, that's just bad plate discipline.
Danny Valencia set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And he lays off there, 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
To short, hit hard. Rollins is there, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. 1 left for Oakland. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Jimmy Rollins steps in here to start out their half of the 3rd. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
On the ground to the left side. Valencia gloves it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
The center fielder.
So as Adam Eaton digs in here, he's one of those guys that wasn't the top draft pick yet made a name for himself in the big leagues.
Yeah, Adam was drafted in the 19th round in the 2010 draft by the Diamondbacks out of Miami of Ohio. He had a great college career there, but it's not really known as a big baseball school, so that probably contributed to Eaton being drafted fairly late.
And he couldn't lay off there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and the count comes even now at 1-1. Well, Eaton was called up to the big leagues by the Diamondbacks in September of 2012 after really tearing it up for 2 seasons in the minors. In fact, he hit .340 between 2010 and 2011 at various stops along the way. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance.
Eaton was then traded from Arizona to the White Sox in December of 2013 as part of a 3-team deal involving players like Mark Trumbo, Tyler Skaggs, Trevor Bauer, and Hector Santiago.
Yeah, that was a big trade, but it seems to have worked out pretty good for everybody involved. Eaton's been a nice addition to this White Sox ball club. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Smoked on the ground left side. Simeon's there, and he'll let it fly from deep in the hole. And he's safe at first. Boy, a great effort, but he wasn't able to get enough on that throw, and that'll be scored an infield single. At the plate, Jose Abreu. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Gray sets. First pitch on its way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Todd Frazier swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Goodness, 0-2 now.
Oh, and you can tell by these first couple swings, he's not just looking to poke one through the right side of the infield. He's looking to put something into orbit.
And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Good job of holding up right there. That would have been the inning.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Mark Canha digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. Into the windup and the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. After it is Eaton, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Batting ninth, the shortstop,
Marcus Semien settles into the box for his first chance. First pitch of the at-bat. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 1.
Billy Burns will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Yeah, he did hit it hard, but I'll tell you, as a hitter, you want to get down to first base. Nice swing, the attaboys. That doesn't go a long way.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Nothing doing there for the A's. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Brett Laurie is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in time to get LaRoche, and that's the 2nd out.
Next for Chicago.
Avisail Garcia is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Bray has his target. Here's the first pitch. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him. 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And that misses. So after getting 2 outs with 3 pitches, he's gone full to the 3rd hitter here.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Jed Lowry is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Number 8.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, no mistake about that one. That one's right there.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. To short. Taken in by Rollins. And a good throw gets him. 1 gone.
Now batting.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that brings up the right fielder, Josh Reddick. This one's flared toward left center. Rollins ranging into the outfield, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Chris Davis is in for the 2nd time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard hit ball to second. Laurie's there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We played 4 full, and Alex Avila heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Right side and right into the shift. Gloved by Lowry. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
One away, and Jimmy Rollins comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And another foul ball. Gray gets the sign. 1-2 on its way. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Adam Eaton will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you're doing...
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. The 0-1 started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. For Rollins, his first steal of the year, and it comes here on opening night. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2. Oh, and look out now. Back-to-back batters hit by the pitch, and guys don't take kindly to that. So 2 men are on with 1 man out, and striding in is the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately, he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Davis. And this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. And the Sox will move out in front now, 3-0.
Oh. And he's a strike away from getting out of this unscored upon, but you can see the location mistake there. And now, all of a sudden, he goes from possibly hanging a goose egg to serving up a 3-run home run.
Here's Todd Frazier now.
Todd Frazier.
As here's the strike from Gray to put him in the hole. 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the...
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Sox get 3 thanks to this 3-run home run. Middle of the night at the Coliseum. It's now 3-0 Pale Hose. Stephen Vogt comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's the DH, Billy Butler. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. That's wide. 2-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
3-0 now. Pitching him pretty careful here, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's possible to be too careful. I mean, this is not a Silver Slugger award winner up there. You want this guy to hit the ball and put it in play.
A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Slider, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Danny Valencia will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the 3rd hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Mark Canha is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Nope,
the next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Push to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Marcus Semien will stand in for the 2nd time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Oh, that one got the pitcher. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. Billy Burns will stand in now, and suddenly the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Yeah, this sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? But when you've got a guy reeling out there like he really doesn't know what hit him, boy, it's time to put the pedal down.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Too tight with that one. 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
That one's in there. 3-1. And it's full now. 3-2.
I think he saw stars in his eyes there. He was thinking grand slam on that one.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score. So stepping in, Jed Lowry, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Here at the plate, you just need to be thinking base hit here. A grand slam, that'd be sweet, but a single should be enough to tie up this game.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Garcia is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases-loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging. Liam Hendricks is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. Brett Laurie will step in to lead things off for the White Sox here in the 6th.
Leading off for the White Sox, second baseman.
Out in front of it, strike 1.
Laurie.
Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2.
Yeah, not a real good effort there. That pitch was never going to be a strike.
Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Up next for
Adam LaRoche strides in, grounded out his last time through. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
And that's where you're going to have to be with that fastball. Like a lot of power guys, this guy's a pull hitter. So he has a lot of trouble getting out in front of that hard stuff. Kind of comes around that pitch when it's up and away like that.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Simeon's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting,
Avisail Garcia will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. This is line to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
now batting, catcher, Alex Avila.
Alex Avila will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Backhanded. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. A man left for the White Sox, and it's still 3-1. Leading off the inning, Josh Reddick, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
The left fielder, number
Chris
2.
Davis stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Swing and a liner, but foul. Gets a small piece near the plate. That winds up foul for the 2nd strike. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Stephen Vogt will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
On the ground to the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Billy Butler. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. And that's through into left, a base hit. And now he has some trouble with it in left. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 3-2 contest. Danny Valencia steps in. He scored after reaching on a single his last time up. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. High and deep to right center field. Eaton going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And the tying run comes around to score from second, and the run will score all the way from first. It's a 4-3 game.
That's another great at-bat. I think that's like their 3rd or 4th great at-bat of the inning. This one's going to result in 2 runs coming in to score on the double. And they're really starting to wear this guy out on the mound.
Nate Jones is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. Mark Canha will be his first assignment out of the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and 1 away. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. A good start as he's got his first double of the year here on opening night. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Garcia. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Up next for Oakland,
Marcus Semien steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as you'll take a look at strike 1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th, but before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Lowry's got it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
the center fielder.
1 away now. Here's Adam Eaton. Hard hit toward the hole, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Left fielder number 53.
So a big moment here, and standing in, Melky Cabrera, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive, and give the next guy a chance as well.
First pitch on its way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Lowry is there for it. And the inning is over. White Sox down on just 4 pitches. Still, Billy Burns steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
The batter, number 8, second base.
There goes the runner. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And no throw as he'll just hang on to it. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. And he thought of taking third here too?
Well, if he's smart, I think he'll stay right there. No sense forcing it with nobody out.
Hit out towards second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Josh Reddick strides forward now with a very important insurance run standing over at third. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
And after all of that, the runner has to stay put at third base. I don't think he quite knew what to do out there, so he's just going to ride this one out, keep himself in one piece, and hold on tight at third base. And pretty hard to blame him.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
High and deep to left center field. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center, and it's now 6-3.
But I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Stephen Vogt is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Outside in a full count, 3-2. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The designated hitter, number 16.
Billy Butler started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Lowry's up with it. Throw over to Rollins for the force at second, and that'll do it. Another good inning for the A's. Ryan Madsen will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Jose Abreu will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the right time to let it all hang out. This might be the last chance he gets.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And if he swung at that first one, no reason not to go up there again.
The 0-2 delivery. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now to the plate, Todd Frazier. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Looped out toward third. And oh, he can't knock this one down as it zips right by him into left. Brett Laurie will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
You think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now a throw over, and the runner will get back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here it comes, 0-2. Another one sent foul. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Adam LaRoche stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. High pop-up. Canna is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. White Sox. Matt Albert is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. At the plate, Danny Valencia. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball one. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. High fly ball out to deep right field. Back goes Garcia to the track. He's there and records the first out.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. A night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Marcus Semien gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point, and this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. That's inside. 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Center fielder, Billy Burns.
Billy Burns is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Grounded down the third baseline. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Jed Lowry. Struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
He's set. Here it comes. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A little bouncer. But that one rolls foul. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Still 2-2. Full count, 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Rollins has it.
Now batting, right fielder.
Josh Reddick comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. A's threaten, but leave them loaded as they're unable to add to their 6-3. A look there at the Bay Bridge from the East Bay side, where we are for this one from the O.Co Coliseum in Oakland. Striding in to start the 9th, Avisail Garcia. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here it comes on 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. That misses. 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the 9th. Alex Avila will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And he'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away. Jimmy Rollins makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
It's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Ball 1.
The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
And I think this is a good decision here to let the setup guys stay on to finish this one off. He goes out to pick up the rare save with an excellent effort.
And the Athletics tonight were treated to a fine performance from the man you see here. Danny Valencia. Strike a pose, he's our top player of the game.
And you have to feel good for that guy right there. The games finally count, and he comes out on opening day and turns in a great performance.
Here now is our final
That's how you want to get your season
First,
started.
Victorious Athletics.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.